Last minute, episode 44. No funny tidbits or intros. We're all serious today.
No fun zone.
Yeah.
No fun zone.
I knew you were gonna
No
do
fun
it too.
zone.
Oh my God.
No fun zone.
I was just about to do it.
No fun zone.
Shut
no
up.
fun.
Stop.
Straight flexing.
No, I'm...
Woo!
Oh boy. For someone who goes to the gym, you still have nothing to show for it.
Look at these guns. Look at these guns.
There's
Python.
nothing there.
Go get you. I'll hold it back. Go get you.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, I go every day. No, I go 4 to 5
There's like
times
a little bit there.
But there was nothing there before. Look at, you could see the shadow definition.
It's true. He's
Yeah.
Ignore the lead I drew on my on my index finger to draw the shadowing.
Hey,
What?
he's getting there.
Look at you.
Like, this
flex.
is no
You guys
working
flex.
out. This is no working out.
This is a
This
minimal
is-
working out.
Minimal working out. Oh,
What is up with your arm? Why are there weird...
Oh, it's like just like
Do you have stretch marks?
Yeah.
From...
all his gains. Look
All
at the
those
fucking
gains.
All the games.
This is bullshit. You guys have bigger guns than I do, and I've been going to gym for like 3 months now.
Yeah, but I used to work out, and I just haven't. Had
This
time
is
to.
what happens when you have to haul around my frame all day. The biceps get a good workout.
All the
Look at his
pectorals.
guns. Boulder shoulder.
All the pectorals.
Boulder shoulder.
Yeah, you want to see real shoulders? These
Go.
are real shoulders.
Sorry for audio people, by the way. The last minute we're just...
We're only audio. We're only audio. Can
Hey, is your phone dead? Here, hand it. Hand it
Oh
here.
my God, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
No.
give me your phone. I
No,
charge
oh
it.
my God.
I'll fill you in for those who
He has weird upper arm hair. Like
just a
hair.
patch, though. It's not connected
It's so
to anything.
weird.
It
It's
is
darker
weird.
than everything else. It's like, okay, take your armpit hair, reverse it. If it was on the other side of your arm, not under your armpit, but on
It's
that
not that
front,
long.
It's pretty bad. Yeah,
Oh my
that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's a little
Can you
weird.
stop licking your armpit? And this is
What are
why
we doing, guys?
this is why we're always going to be amateurs.
What are we
Yeah,
doing?
we are amateurs. It's what we do. We're going to soon be sponsored by, I heard, like, Scotiabank's going to come in on this, I heard.
Boyd.
You got I'm going to fuck with you.
Boyd.
Boyd?
Boyd Auto Body and
It's
Glass,
just
you
on-
goddamn right. The MLBs, we're going to be the official
Winnipeg Jets.
Philadelphia
Cal.
Flyers.
Cal. Whatever.
What else
Cal
do we
is.
got?
Eagles.
Rick
I got
Grimes?
Under
Rick-
Armour? Hey, he's wearing Under Armour?
I'm wearing Nike, damn it.
Oh,
Ah.
you're the odd one
Trainer.
here.
I
it's-
have those shorts. Just wait, are those Jets ones?
Yep.
I have the gray standard. I have the blue Jets. Welcome to Fashion Week.
Are we
here.
talking?
Yeah.
So,
So what happened
sports.
this week in hockey? Sports things.
Wait,
Stuff.
what was it last week? Was there Western
I don't
Conference yet
remember.
last week? Wow, we are
Okay,
just
well, I
delayed.
have
am
notes.
so out of
We
it.
last left off. We'll start off
man.
with the Eastern Conference.
I am so out of it. I was driving to work today, and I'm like, hey, there was probably a hockey game last night. I wonder who won. I
Oh, that sucks.
don't know.
Oh, I'll need
Well,
one.
I'll let you know, it wasn't Tampa because there's going to be a game
I
7.
figured it wasn't Tampa because usually when the team advances, I get an update on my phone.
Yeah, so.
All right.
The
so
other team won, New York.
when we last
Western.
started off, Tampa Bay beat the Rangers 6-5 in Game 3. Oh, I just want to talk about this. You know how Tampa has adopted Bolts? Mm-hmm. And people call them the Bolts. Like, on my notes, I always write Bolts instead of, like, Tampa
They
Bay.
call their crowd the Thunder.
Okay, but
Thunder.
they're, like, they've adopted
From down
Bolts on... Could make sense. Apparently they have there's some crazy, like, arena, like a Tesla coil or something when they score.
Yeah,
Okay.
it like shoots like lightning bolts.
Yeah, but is this one of the... I can't think of another team right off the top of my head that's adopted their nickname and
Sens.
put it on a jersey.
Sens.
Sens.
Oh, damn. That was right. That was quick.
Yeah.
Any
'cause
other one?
Dan doesn't fuck around.
I don't
Daddy.
fuck around when it comes to stuff.
Okay.
I can't
like
think of another one.
or an MLB.
Canes? Did the Hurricanes ever have a Canes? No, I don't think so.
No. Oh, maybe. I don't think so, though.
What about...
Nick, let us know. I don't think so, though. Thanks for your email, Nick, by the way. We got it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice of you.
MLB.
Technically, do the Habs do it?
Well,
they
on
have
a
an
jersey,
H.
though.
They have an H.
Well,
They have
that's
a
a
C,
part of,
too.
like, can it, the habitant. Well, maybe. Because H stands for... Yeah, by the way, I just want to say, you guys know, like, habitant is, like, villagers, or, like, just, like, the people of...
Yeah. Jess was actually asking me, do you know why they're called the Habitant? Like, why? It doesn't make sense.
Well,
Like,
no, there's his...
like, I
historic
get
stuff.
that, like, the Canadians are the people of this land, so maybe that's why they call it, but...
You know what, Dan? On top of we're gonna break down every team and like every expansion team, we gotta go by division and just have like fun facts about each other.
Oh.
Summertime. We'll go each division,
We
and
have
then
to start reaching for stories.
no, and that'll be one of them though. Like, where'd they get their team name? Maybe for some teams, like we know, like Philadelphia Flyers, they fucking fly high. That's why Flyers.
I can tell you why they're called the Thrashers.
But
fly high.
why are they called the Thrashers?
The state bird of Atlanta is a thrasher.
Really?
Georgia.
What
Do
the
you know-
hell's a Thrasher?
It's a bird.
What is
bird.
it? Yeah,
I don't know. Google.
Does it always walk
Google.
around with the hockey stick?
Yeah. And it
Oh my
breathes
God!
fire.
There's a bird with the hockey stick again. That's Atlanta's Thrasher. My God! Look out! And he's like,
Do you know why Winnipeg Jets are called the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, because of crowd pressure.
I knew you were
Oh,
going
you
to.
mean
Touche.
1.0? Oh, 1.0?
For military,
wasn't
isn't
it?
it?
Wasn't it for like? Oh no, that's a Blue Bombers. God, I'm an idiot.
I heard two different stories. I've heard the fact that it's like to represent a strong military bond or like Air Force bond. I also heard it was because the owner's favorite NFL team was called the New York Jets.
That's some weak sauce. I'm gonna go. I really hope it's the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Do you want to hear a funny story?
go.
Yes, because
My dad apparently told me this is like or Jets. I don't know. Maybe you guys have heard this. Is original Jets, but allegedly, the GM of the Jets
Yes.
and
A current Jets?
and the GM of the Oilers had
Slept
a
together.
game of backgammon or something on the plane, and it was for the rights to Wayne Gretzky.
I feel like this is bullshit.
No,
And-
dude, this is in the Winnipeg Jets whiteout book because I've heard this.
And the
story.
Jets guy won the game and passed on Gretzky. 'Cause
Yeah,
he didn't
because
think he was
Oh.
ever
it
going to
was
pan
too
out.
tiny. Dude, okay, you know
Because
what?
I remember they
Yeah.
passed on him. What a bunch of
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Whoa! I read an article today, like hours ago, saying it was from an article written in 2003, where you didn't remember when Mike Comrie was actually good, like
Yeah.
Mike, not Eric, Mike.
Yeah.
So Mike Comrie played for the Oilers at the time, and the Oilers were having troubles with Mike Comrie, so they wanted to trade him. They ended up trading him to the Flyers for Jeff Boywick and like pieces or something like that. But
Nobody
either way,
really panned out in that trade.
no, God, no. Well, you want to hear this trade? Anaheim wanted Mike Comrie. And they were like, you know what? We have two prospects that we drafted in the first round. We're pretty confident on that one's going to pan out. Wewe're not sure about this other guy named Corey Perry. Edmonton had a trade in place to send just Mike Comrie for Corey Perry and a first-round pick and one pick that following year. But the stipulation, a part of the deal was because the Oilers were not being compensated properly, Mike Comrie had to pay out of his own pocket the difference. Like, the player had to pay because he wanted to leave. So Comrie's like, no, I'm not paying it. So they're like, okay, no deal. And so they didn't trade him.
I've heard of this, yeah.
So they didn't trade him.
Wow.
That funny thing though, that player who in Anaheim ended up drafting with that draft pick, Ladislav Smith. So Laddie came home anyways.
There we go.
But
There we go.
like every team's got those. Like Toronto had a huge article about that. Did you know the Winnipeg Jets also traded? Oh damn! I wish I knew the exact guy, but this guy only played.
Sigmund Palfin. No, I don't know.
Winnipeg Jets, like back in the day, traded a third-round pick to Montreal for some player who ended up playing like 20-odd games. Who did that third-round player turn in to be? Who?
Third round pick.
Third
From
round.
Montreal.
Saku Koivu?
Oh, a little better than that, Greg. A little better than that.
Max Pacioretty?
He didn't finish his career with Montreal. That's the only hint I'm giving you. Did
used
not
to play
finish
for
his
them.
career with Montreal. Played out the rest of his days to the team he not traded.
Vincent Delphus? I don't know.
Oh, dude. Oh, very, very.
When did he retire? Recently or a while ago?
Oh, he's a coach now.
Patrick Waugh.
Yeah! What?
Oh.
Dude! Holy piss! Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Whoa! Whoa! Be careful of trading picks, please.
Yeah, but the
Everyone.
hindsight at the time. I
I
mean,
know, but isn't that nuts?
Hey guys, it's okay because you know what? Toronto gave up a third rounder for Babcock, and we all know what's going to happen with that third rounder.
Yeah. Connor McDavid? Fuck Connor McDavid. The third rounder is going to be amazing. It's going to be the best guy ever. Yeah.
Actually, on that note,
Go.
I read something kind of interesting yesterday. How Brendan Shanahan said that, yeah, sure, they're focused on their number 4 pick, which is probably going to be either Mitch Martin or Dylan Strome or Noah Hannafin. He said, yeah, he's focused on that pick. However, he's like, you can't really miss that pick. That pick's given to you. It's the other first rounder that they have that they can't miss on. And that's
Oh.
what good teams do.
Where is
they're
it?
like 24th or something like that.
Okay.
Good teams are able to draft and recognize players deep into the draft. So, like, deep in the first round, being able to pick up guys. Like, I'm pretty sure Philadelphia picked Carter and Richards both up in late, at least after the top 15 picks were gone.
But yeah, I
they
think
were
so.
definitely outside the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, being able to pick guys that aren't guarantees, I guess, because you never know. But to be able to make smart picks, not get guys like Tyler Biggs and Frederick Gauthier, obviously no bashing them, but being able to find guys like the Nick Patans and the Adam Lowrys, guys who are not picked in like the top round or at the top half of the first round, and let them pan out, they're just more important picks. And I don't know why that. Yeah.
No, it's true though. Like it came out because of.
And I guess it's the same with Winnipeg this year. You know, they have 2 first-round picks. They'll have, I believe, probably 15th or 14th pick.
They have 15th and 25th.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think they're gonna dump the lower pick. I really do.
Are they gonna move up?
They might move up, or they might make a move for someone if Frolik's not sticking around.
Or do you think they let a guy come in? Because we all know, like, I think we all collectively agree. I don't think Nick Ehlers is going to go back to junior. There's really nothing that he could learn there.
What, is he going to score 160 points next year?
Safe bet he'll be on the Jets next year, I think.
Hey, do you guys remember that kid who played? He was like a 9-year-old who scored some insane shootout goal. I read that, like that Reddit guy who's keeping up on him. He just broke. He just had better point per game average than Nathan McKinnon at Shattuck St. Mary's. So he's actually projected to pan out. And he committed to the University of Maine when he was 13, and he's now 16 or 15. He might pan out. And his draft's in 3 years. And like,
oh god,
my goodness gracious, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Or he'll just be another bust. He could be.
I don't like busts. They suck.
Alexander Dag.
Ooh.
Patrick
Stefan. Yeah, that's where I was going next.
That's a new. What's the latest? Hold on. Who was
biggest disappointment first round pick? Eric Johnson.
No, I'm not.
Nail Yakupov. Nail Yakupov has to be the most modern day bust right now. Obviously, he still has a long prosperous career.
Let's do top 5. Who was in the I can name the 4. I can't name the guy who went 5th, but it was Stamkos, Doughty, Bogo, Petro. Who's the 5th guy?
Oh God,
what year was this?
Cody Beach. Cody Beach. I think my guess is Cody Beach.
No, I don't think it's Cody Beach.
Do the Google.
Oh, isn't it Cody Eakin?
No, Eakin was
later.
Way late. He's our age.
It might have been Beach.
Eakin was the draft.
09 with Duchesne in them. Yeah, it was with
so,
Shannon.
Well, I have a late birthday, so my draft year was Taylor Hall, Tyler Seguin.
Oh, sorry, my draft year was a better draft year.
No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe.
Nope.
John Tavares.
5 was Lukey Shen.
Luke Shen. Okay, wait.
Oh, wait, yeah.
6 was Nikita Filatov.
Nah, that's a bust.
Name the year, that's a bad one. Yeah.
That's a bad one.
Is it a bust, though?
Yeah, he's not in the NHL anymore.
Wikipedia is wrong.
No,
Wiki. How's Wikipedia wrong?
Well, apparently Colin Wilson is American, not from Winnipeg, so...
Well, he was born here, but he has his...
Is he?
Yeah.
That's like, Sean Couturier.
And same with Tyler Myers.
Interesting fact.
Tyler Myers has both Canadian and U.S. citizenship.
Oh, cool.
He's listed as from Canada on Wikipedia. Tyler Myers.
And yet
Bogo and Myers were drafted 8 picks apart, and they were traded for each other.
That's neat. Did you know when you're growing up, like, you know how, like, you say if you have dual citizenship, growing up, the way that they sanction it is once you go to the Ivan Halenka is when you have to pick a team, and that is your team internationally, unless you reapply to be the opposite. So Tyler Myers, a big one back in the day. He didn't not necessarily pan out, but he's still there. Just not the great Jamie Oleksiak. Remember, Team Canada, tall bugger. He's big. He plays for
Dallas.
Yeah,
and he's terrible.
Well, yeah, but when he was in
junior,
but
according to you, everyone in Dallas is terrible.
I watched him play. He's bad.
Well, when he was growing up in junior, like Team USA and Canada Development had to pitch to come play for us.
Who's the guy? Boris Valabik or whatever his name was.
Boris
Valabik?
You ever watch him play?
He was Atlanta's pick that in
he
the
was
year
for Wheeler
that
and Stewart.
He was part of the Wheeler.
But
no, but that was the draft.
This guy's like on that level of bad.
Boris, come on, Jimmy Oleksiak at least plays for his country. Wait, I can't say that. Boris Valabik sounds like he automatically made his country from wherever he's from.
It's probably like Czech Republican or Slovakia.
Yeah.
Or Belgium. Just imagine Belgian hockey player.
Belgian.
Imagine, when did Andrzej Kopitar get drafted? And how did that... I've read the story on how he got drafted. It was like a anomaly. Some guy got stuck in some random city in Slovenia doing a draft thing. Like a drafted tour. Whatever I'm tongue-tied.
Drafty tour. What's a drafty tour?
It's when you go and look at prospects in a close range.
A draft tour.
A drafty tour. It's called. Yeah, it's in the biz.
A draft tour is one of those places where you go and you try a bunch of different draft beers on a tour. It's a draft tour.
Okay, well, a drafty tour. Y-I-E-Y, drafty tour.
Wouldn't it be double E? Draftee?
Oh, soon to be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, common mistake. Yeah.
Clearly.
Audibly, you'd be like, well, Cameron, that's actually where you drink beer. Greg's right. Anyways, Jesus. He got stuck somewhere, and he ended up seeing Anze Kopitar just, like, wreck. And so he's like, hey, guys, we should maybe use a later round pick. But do you know when he got drafted?
Who?
Anze Kopitar.
No.
Probably 6th round, I'm going to say. Okay, so, conference finals.
Yes. Game 3.
Tampa?
Goes,
well, let's
go.
Okay, no, go.
No, you
go.
do.
No, you go.
No, you have a plan. You do it.
I'll go with my plan.
Okay.
Game 7 is on tomorrow between Tampa Bay
No, it's not. It's Friday.
and New York Rangers.
Game off tomorrow?
It's Friday.
God damn you, NHL, and your schedule. Have you seen the schedule for the...
NBA?
No.
Ridiculous.
Not in... I haven't. What's the NBA?
Kopitar was drafted
Ridiculous.
11th overall.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
you're
not
wrong.
a bust. Okay.
You're wrong.
Well...
How was that? How would
how
Anze
would he
Kopitar
be
be
a
a bust?
bust?
I said not a bust.
How?
How would he be
He's
a bust
talented.
in the 6th round?
Screw you guys, okay? He's a UFA next year, and he'll
You know who else? You know who's an RFA next year?
Who's that?
Steven Stamkos.
You
know
who
who's
else
a
is
UFA
RFA?
this year?
Trouba.
And
Dude, if I was the Oilers,
You know who's a UFA this year? Joel Ward. You know how old Joel Ward is? 34.
yeah, he
So?
starred late.
I thought he was. What the
No, he
fuck?
got
you know
to,
who
like,
else
the
is a UFA this year? Who's gonna get paid?
No,
Matt Bilecki.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Momo. Oh,
You know
you got to
who's-
get into that.
Drager was talking
Why?
about driving home today.
Oh, next
No,
year.
no, yeah.
Like as a podcast.
Yes.
During the summertime.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Okay. You won't be here while we're into that because he's
Yeah,
gone July
no, free
1st.
agent frenzy. I'll be here.
He's there.
I'll be here for free agent
You're
frenzy.
back July 1st?
I'll be back July 2nd. So we're doing it
So
July
free agent
2nd.
frenzy is the 1st, actually.
Well, I'll be back on... Oh, actually, maybe not.
Yeah, you
I'll
gotta
get
also
back to
realize
you
that
guys.
like we don't go around your schedule. It's around
Cam's
my
got
schedule.
priorities.
Yeah, obviously.
He's leaving us. We'll talk about him next week.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
he's leaving
Matt
us.
Bilecki.
There's someone filling in for him,
Drager was
apparently.
talking about it. Yeah, I got two.
Well, no, all
got
I was
three
going to
people.
say is, if Matt Bilecki's going to get paid, how do you not pay Tyler Johnson whatever Matt Bilecki that's paid and more? Because Tyler Johnson's been the guy.
Yeah, but
Same
he's
with
still got another
Nikita
year
Kucherov.
left.
I know, but
He
I mean
will
next
get
year.
big money. He will.
Oh, man, there's
Some
a bunch
huge
of
money.
teams next year that's in trouble. Jets, we already know. You know who's an RFA this year that I wouldn't be surprised if someone kind of tossed him some change. Although Okay, Blues have $6 million to the cap.
Vladimir Tarasenko.
Tank, exactly. Vladimir Tarasenko.
I feel like Oshie's gone in St. Louis.
Who would you... Oh, he's a right wing.
They could get rid of Oshie. They could get rid of Berglund. They could get rid of a bunch of
Oshie
guys.
and Toronto up in the Memco.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be beautiful. What would you have to give up for him?
Tyler Bozak, please.
Kylie Bozeman?
Let's
They don't
go.
need more
Let's do
centers.
Bacchus
So
for
Boca might
Bozak.
come back.
No, Bacchus for Bozak. It's a fair deal. I'll turn the other way. St. Louis
Hey.
is robbing us blind. I'll turn the other way.
And you know what? Both teams can just say, hey, you know what? Name bar change on us.
Because they wear the same number.
Yeah, only losers would know that, but hey, that's...
I think a lot of people know what number Bacchus wears.
Yeah, he's
And
pretty...
Bozak.
Who's a captain who has a worse number in the NHL?
Sidney Crosby.
That's a bad one.
87.
That's
It's
a
a rough
bad
one. Nick Foligno?
71's
71.
a nasty number. I like that.
Not a fan.
It's not the worst.
What's the worst... Fine, worst number, Greg. Just worst number.
56. I don't think anyone wears
I
it.
think I'm
Worst
doing...
number?
I gotta go 58. It just symmetrically it drives me crazy. It looks
thought-
like shit.
So, it's just because Crystal Tang wears it? Continue.
No, I've
we
hated
go.
58.
62.
Carl Hagelin.
Of course, Swaglin.
Oh, that's true.
You
That's
correct
true.
yourself. It's Swaglin. First
I don't
off.
mind 62, actually.
No.
62 is okay.
And 64 is okay.
67.
47.
Yeah, that is awful. Jeff Halpern.
The Rich Peverly special.
Arad. Remember that bad boy? Radulov?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
they're like, oh, we're thinking about suspending Radulov for one... Did they suspend him for that one playoff game? 'Cause
Yeah, because
he was out drinking the night.
Good for him.
You go you. You do you.
Radulov.
You do you and only you.
This is why you're in the KHL.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the Eastern Conference Final.
Game 7 is Friday.
Game 7
Because the
Friday.
NHL wants to try to at least have one weekend game because obviously Game 6 can wrap up tonight and then they wouldn't be able to capitalize on any weekend games because they'd have to start the Stanley Cup Final on Monday.
No, it's starting Wednesday, though.
It's starting next Wednesday?
It's
a long time.
It's starting next Wednesday. The only team that it can't start next Wednesday for is Chicago if they have home ice.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Game 4 was played. It was 5-1 Rangers. Game 5 was 2-0.
A little note about Game 4.
Oh.
A lot of the media was on Mike Bishop.
Ben Bishop. Mikey Bishop.
Mike Bishop.
Have you seen the shirts, by the way?
No.
Tampa Bay, they gave out shirts. Bish, please. Bish, please. I like it.
Okay.
Bish, please play better.
About that game was that all the media and other people were questioning Bishop's ability, seeing if he could still be the number one guy. They're actually talking about going to Vasilevsky. What the media was saying is that maybe Ben Bishop isn't as good as people think he is. Then, Game 5 comes along, he gets a shutout, silence the critics, and then last night happens, and now we have a controversy.
What happened last night?
Oh, you didn't want to?
He gave up 5 goals in the third period. That's what happened last night.
7-3 Rangers. Brassard got a hattie. In 3 games, he's allowed 5+ goals.
Bishop definitely looked shaky in the whole play. Versus Detroit, he did not look good.
He's an interesting goalie. He's not the best with rebounds, like tracking rebounds. He's great at stopping it's rebounds and scrums in front of the net that gets him.
I think his problem.
It's too late now to go to another goalie. It'd be like really weird if we saw Vasilevsky start Game 7. Although it would be so NHL playoffs if it were to happen though. And then Vasilevsky takes them. Just 93 save shutout in quintuple overtime.
You want to know a fun fact? Rangers have never lost a Game 7 at home. Ever.
You want to know another fun fact?
Ever.
That they've come, they're something I think the number was 14, maybe now 15-4 when facing elimination. Something like that in the last
20 games.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Elimination games. That's ridiculous.
What does that mean?
And one of those games, last year in the Stanley Cup final.
And I've read the Henrik Lundqvist stats.
Nuts.
If he puts 35 saves up again, I'm losing it. I'm going to watch a shot counter. And if it's down to a minute, there's 33 shots left. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, he did it again. And then he's going to erupt and just, I'm the Ender-all. And turn into a demon or something.
He is the what?
I don't know.
The Ender-all?
The Ender-all? I don't know.
Okay.
I imagined a bison.
So Game 7.
Tampa Bay's...
Game 7 predictions. Go.
Dan, you go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Because...
Fine. While you're thinking...
I'll go. As much as I pick Tampa Bay, I think they're in trouble, and I think Rangers are going to win.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to add some stats here quick that no one cares about but me, but I'm going to read them. Chris Kreider has 6 career playoff game-winning goals, tied for second on the Rangers' all-time playoff game-winning goal list.
Yeah.
Derek
Stepan?
Huh?
Derek Stepan?
No, there's Brian Leach and then 2 guys who I should know, but I don't. And Martin St. Louis.
One of them Donald Brashear.
No. One of the great 87s of the league there. Yeah,
exactly.
Martin St. Louis.
Eric Lindros. No.
He was 88, dude.
Martin St. Louis has scored at least 1 power play goal in all 7 years he has appeared in the postseason. He has 13 total. My guess, and I'm with, by the way, everyone, I'm going to retweet this guy. There's a reverend in Tampa Bay. His name's Reverend Tyler Moore. His Twitter is the Rev Ty. I'm going to tweet this, retweet him. He makes signs after every game. It's oh, Jesus would want you to cheer for the Holy Stephen. And stuff it's awesome.
That's amazing.
Anyways, what am I doing? Tampa. They're doing it. Tampa's going to the final because if they don't go to the final, I'm not watching the final. I'll watch the final.
I want to add to my...
Make the final.
Yeah, please.
I want to add to my prediction that if you have to take Bishop against Lundqvist in a Game 7, and you have to pick one, go on Lundqvist. You have to.
And then you're taking Lundqvist, and then he's at home. That's a whole other issue.
And he's got 5 goals.
You know what? No, they slay the beast 3-2.
Ooh.
The winner is scored in the last 5 minutes of the game, no overtime. And I will say it's going to come off a stick of a... You know what? Brendan Morrow. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Brendan Morrow's getting a winner.
Campbell's going into detail here.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Quote me when I'm wrong.
I have to pick Tampa.
Yeah!
I have to.
Hey, if Tampa wins, I win that series, so that's fine by me.
That's fine. We all want to see Tampa, okay? We don't want to...
No one wants to see New York again. We want to
No
see
one
Tampa.
likes New York anyways.
No, not
Oh.
even their fans. It's all celebrities. Their celebrities just go because they can afford it.
Okay, so what do you say?
Like, literally, no, this is what goes to the mind of anybody who's a season ticket holder at the New York Rangers. Well, I have the money. It's just going to sit here otherwise. Might as well just buy the seat.
No, because remember, they own the seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like
They send their kids. There was like 4 kids in row 5. I know this, maybe, whatever, in the first couple rows. I could see them under the glass because there was a face-off in the Rangers' offensive zone, and the ref, like, he kept doing like bull crap, like, oh, fake drop. I hate, goddamn it.
You want it? You don't want it?
Yeah,
You
they
can't
do that
have
a lot with Olioka. We talked about that. But anyways,
Prick deserves it.
and then I saw him like big, and then I look up and there's like 4 kids in a row, and I'm like, those seats are like thousands each. And there's 4 little kids. I'm like, okay, I get that kids are there, but it's like, come on. Give it to fans who are like at least gonna remember. Because when you went to, do you ever remember going to Jets games when you were younger?
Vaguely one.
Okay, vaguely one. Okay, and you just say like, oh yeah, I was at a game. I don't really remember it. Vaguely one.
I mean,
Fuck you! That's like Eastern Conference Final, you son of a bitch!
You definitely
That's
notice
stupid.
a difference
Fuck
between
kids.
watch a game in Montreal, watch a game in Winnipeg, watch a game in Chicago even, and then watch a game in New York.
It is
Their
completely
fans-
different.
Our
Like,
season
it's a-
ticket holders don't give up seats or famous people.
But-
Prime Minister Harper had trouble getting his tickets.
If you watch a Blackhawks game, if you watch a Montreal game, you watch a Jets game, the people there are into the game. They generally are having fun. At the Ranger game, they're just like,
Woo! Oh, at the start of every period, look, no one in the lower bowl.
Oh, yeah.
No one.
It's like
There's
Toronto.
No one there.
Like, everyone says, oh, the atmosphere in Game 7. The only time there's atmosphere is if they score. And last time New York played at home, what was the score, Cam?
Last
That
time
would have been Game 5.
Oh, 2-0 Tampa.
Oh, so how loud will that crowd be?
I hope real goddamn quiet.
It'll
I
be
hope
quiet.
real quiet.
I wanted the crowd to be so quiet that you just hear Steven Stamkos, yeah!
Yeah, and I want to hear.
All I want to hear.
I want to hear when Steven Stamkos scores. I want to hear it so quiet that you could hear his mom back home in Ontario somewhere. I don't know where he's from. Go, Steven! How come the mom cam hasn't
Actually,
been a thing this
Brain
summer?
Hope's mom will just randomly appear out of nowhere.
Hopi,
and just
you
start
go,
cheering.
Steven! You go, Steven! Who is that? You go! You do it, Steven! I like how his mom sounds like every character.
I wonder
use
how
on
they
my
pick
mouth.
whose mom they want to talk to. Because
I like how they interview people that no one cares about.
Most of their moms are there. I guarantee. Like
Maybe not moms. I'd
Like
say,
the Jets-
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie.
like
There's a lot of guys.
the first Jets game, Lowry's mom was there. Like, how do they pick who they interview?
You know who
Whoever says yes.
I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, you know who? I can't wait for someone's mom. This is going to be weird, but Eric Comrie's mom. We talk about World Juniors. Holy sweet mama.
Yeah, she was
Eric
cute.
Comrie, a very attractive mom. I had to. She's good. Dude, Google her. Seriously.
She's a good. And you know what? Like, Eric Comrie had kind of a good-looking aunt for a while, or sister-in-law for a while, and now that's done.
Oh, dude, she's on Tinder.
Hilary Duff?
Hilary Duff.
Oh! Oh! Yeah! Could you imagine matching Hilary Duff?
Dude, there was someone interviewed her, and they're like, wait, dude, seriously? She's like, yeah. And she's like, it's like a third breakdown. It's like a third people who actually don't know me, a third people who pretend they don't know me, and a third people who are like, oh, yeah, I know you. Hey, what's up, Lizzie McGuire? How's it going? You can Lizzie my McGuire. Am I right? Seriously, Hilary Duff is on Tinder. It's real.
That is amazing.
But I mean, you have to get matched, like...
yeah.
What's the ratio?
You know how the... Yeah, because I have a
Wait,
ratio.
can you... No, not ratio. I meant, like, I'm radius is the word I'm looking for. Like,
200 kilometers, I think.
what if you...
No,
you could
160.
be- What
160.
if, though? What if?
What if I matched Hilary Duff on Tinder?
And what that means she would swipe you too, right?
Yeah, she would have to.
I mean, obviously.
No, I mean,
if
like,
Hillary Duff,
no.
No,
I
I'd
mean,
swipe
like,
everyone
if-
and then just talk to everyone.
If I were to have to, like, match her, she would have to swipe right on me, otherwise I wouldn't be able to match her.
Okay, say if you swiped and she's like, it's a match. What opening line, Lizzie, Hillary Duff, go. Do you get your furniture from the brick? No, and that's what. Okay, Eric Comrie.
Mike Comrie's
No.
dad.
I get that, the brick part.
Yeah, Mike Comrie's dad owns
The
the brick.
brick, like Eric Comrie. Like if hockey doesn't work out for Eric Comrie, he's fine. He's literally sitting comfy on the greatest lazy boy ever. Like
In the brick.
so, opening line to Hillary Duff. Boom, go. You gotta be a good one. Here we go.
Fuck.
I hope it's the
Come on,
fuck.
Greg. No pressure.
I'm
I would have to think.
First line,
I have a few in my head that just are like.
Don't use your go-tos. It's Hilary Duff.
No. I have a few in my head.
You only get one line.
She took you on an emotional ride as a youngster. Go. What is it? What's the line?
I don't really have like one that I would think. Like I can't think of. Okay, there's two that I'm thinking of, and both are so bad.
Go.
That they wouldn't
That's
work
fine.
ever.
Let us have it.
What was her big song?
No.
Go. Shh, go.
I hear you like giving blowjobs on.
You're so. That's
balconies?
terrible.
I have a balcony in my house.
Okay,
Wanna check it
next.
out? No? Okay, that's not
That's
gonna work.
horseshit.
Yeah, that is. I told you they were bad.
I got mine already.
Okay.
No, I want to hear your second one. Go.
I've got
What
one.
was my second one? Fuck, what was the second one? It was making fun of Eric Commer's hockey ability. So you went after a professional hockey player and he turned to drugs. Go after an amateur hockey player. I'll turn to you.
That's
Still
terrible.
terrible.
You're reaching
Yeah.
for those ones.
I know.
Dan,
I don't have anything to think about.
Mine is because I put him on the spot.
Wasn't
Yeah.
her big
Mine,
song?
I'm going straight to David after the dentist. All caps. Is this real life?
Nice.
That's it.
Okay.
Great. Dan, what's yours?
I believe one of her big songs that she made way back in the day when Disney Channel was. You guys used to watch Disney Channel?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
You know her
Of course.
songs?
No, not really.
Not off the top of my head.
Why not?
Ah! Damn it, Dan! I think
God.
you win this battle. What's that song? What's that remake?
That's her song though, right? That was one of her
Why
big
not?
songs.
Maybe. I think so.
think so.
What's that? What's her?
No, I'm upping that, saying hashtag why not us.
Hashtag why not us? That's all right. That's okay. That's pretty
But
good.
who's us? So that was just you.
No,
Me and her.
why not us?
Oh,
Like together, yeah. A
How
hash-
old is she, by the way? She's like
Well,
27?
she's a mom.
That's fine.
She's on the cover of a Cosmopolitan that's in my washroom that I look at the cover of every time I go pee for some
What are you doing in
reason.
the washroom, Cam?
No, I'm just yeah.
I'm
that
wondering
sounded
what's
really
going
bad.
on in your washroom.
No,
Cameron.
seriously, like it's
Don't,
perfectly.
what
clear.
are you nicknaming your bedside the washroom now?
Yes, my bedside is called the washroom.
He has a towel on his.
Yeah,
his,
I
on his
every night when I
dresser,
go
it's
to
called
bed,
the
I actually have a
washroom.
catheter. I just kind of right up in there
Why do you have a catheter?
because it's just easier. Have you ever just lied in bed and just been like, "Yep, I'm gonna pee in my bed," and you?
No.
I'm not 7 anymore.
When
or
I was like,
4.
yeah, like when I was
What's an
4.
appropriate age to stop peeing the bed?
Never. What did you? That's what it is. Never.
Oh my God.
Dude, how funny slash creepy would that?
I think you broke Greg.
Okay,
I love how deadpan you were. You're just like, never.
okay, while Greg recuperates.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, say hypothetically,
Oh,
you.
I just gave my abs a workout. on
You have a one night stand, okay, and then
With
you
Hilary
wake-
Duff?
Yeah, fine. Hilary Duff is in the situation, and then she wakes you up and she's like, "I made a no-no." You're like, "What?" And then she opens.
What
the
do you
sh-
think
she
of this
opens-
stuff?
She opens my head.
What do you do during the
And
day?
then she opens the sheets. You're in a lake of piss. I hope you have a plastic cover on that mattress because it's ruined. You know how hard it is to dry a mattress? I don't know, real tough though.
What does he do during
You
the
can't
day?
Febreze that out. You gotta dampen it. You gotta.
What do you do?
You gotta splotch some piss out.
What do you do?
Okay, hockey. Okay,
What the hell do you do during the day?
Hilary Duff,
My brain.
No, he doesn't do Hilary Duff.
Hilary
He
Duff.
needs to do Hilary Duff.
please.
Jesus.
Could you become a guest on the show? We want to talk to you about peeing the bed. I think it'd be hilarious. Could you be our on-field correspondent for that? I just loved how deadpan you were.
All right.
Okay, hockey.
Hawks and
Sports.
Ducks. Game
Hawks,
3.
Ducks.
2-1 Ducks. Oh, go.
Oh, no, I'm just going to say,
Do it.
You
guys,
guys are winded.
so we'll probably be done this podcast around 9:30, which means we'll have plenty of time to drive home during the intermission and catch overtime because that's what every game of the series has been.
Basically. Oh, it's perfect lead in Game 4. 5-4
Why
Hawks.
are you giving me that look, Daniel?
5-4 Hawks
I'm not
and
shaking my
double OT. And during this game, the Ducks
I might
scored
throw up.
3 times in 37 seconds, which was the second fastest
Fun
3
fact.
goals in Stanley Cup playoffs.
I turned the game on right before this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I turned it on. Chicago scored to make it to 3-1, and I'm like, all right, it's over.
not fun or
Like
fact.
30 seconds, I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was... I looked away and I'm like, wait. wait, they didn't score 2, and then they scored another, and I'm like, oh, good, they scored 3. That's perfect.
Yeah, good.
It was funny because they scored 2, and then they showed like Quenneville called timeout, and he was like ripping them, and then literally 15 seconds later they scored again, and on the bench he's just like,
you gotta be fucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like the
Antoine
death stare.
Vermette scored the OT winner. Weird fact about Antoine Vermette I came across on the internet. Okay, so what number did Antoine Vermette wear in Ottawa?
42. 37.
80.
Okay, that's terrible. Good guess, Dan.
60.
He wore number 20. And then he went to
7.
Phoenix and wore what number?
40.
Wasn't he in Columbus first?
He went to Columbus.
He wore 40, then 60, then 80?
No, he wore 20, and then he wore 50 twice on 2 separate teams, and then he wore 80. So if you take his first team that he played for and his current team that he plays for,
Equals
his
100.
average median number is number 50.
All right.
Think about that next time you look
What?
at Antoine Vermette.
That makes
He's
no
played
sense.
on 2 his median number is 50. There's 30, 30. 20 plus 30, 50, 50
Oh,
plus
I know
30,
what you mean now.
80.
I thought you meant like the median number between 20 and 80 is 50, which is not true.
It is 50.
No, it's not.
It's 50.
No, it's not.
It's 50. What's the median number then? It's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stupid. That's what happens when you don't sleep.
We all suck ass at math for the most part. For the most part, a lot of us are better than others. But following into Game 5, the Ducks 5-4 OT by the man himself, Matt Bolesky. The guy gonna get paid. Oh, and Jonathan Kay scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, and one of his goals is from literally behind the goal line, and it went in.
He scored 2 goals in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, in the last 2 minutes.
It was like right at the end of the game, wasn't it?
Well, I know it was within a span of 2 minutes.
I think it was like with like a minute to go.
You know, Anaheim has yet to lose in regulation this playoffs.
Yes.
Like these playoffs, that's crazy.
However, that might be coming to an end tonight.
Maybe. They have the best Oh, here's a question. Quiz time. Best power play or points per game in the NHL playoffs since 2007. Number 1 is Crosby. Number 2 is Geno Malkin. Number 3, who's your guess?
Points per game, Getzlaff.
God damn you, Dan.
Because he just set a point record for Anaheim. He
you're-
broke his own record. 19
This is
points.
no fun zone.
sorry.
No fun zone. Continuing on.
What are you...
With the next win, the Chicago Blackhawks will pass Detroit for most playoff wins in the Cap era.
Assuming they win another game.
True. Pittsburgh, Boston, and Anaheim complete the top 5. There's 4 teams who haven't won a single series in that time, in 10 years. Can you name them?
Toronto, Florida, Winnipeg, Columbus. No. Yes.
Correct.
All correct.
Yes.
Are we missing anything?
No.
Okay.
That is a nail on the coffin. Anything else to say about this series, guys?
It's going to Game 7 overtime.
It's currently 3-1 Chicago with the after 2 periods.
Yep, so it's going into overtime. And then we're going to see Game 7. Just longest game ever.
7 overtime.
17 overtimes.
Scored by number 7.
Andrew Cogliano.
Or Brent Seabrook. If Cogliano scored, that'd be unbelievable because...
At 17:07.
No, it's 7.
07. Sure.
At the 7th hour played of hockey.
Oh, God.
7 hours after the game started, which would be when? If it started at 7.
If the game started at 7, that would be...
Wait.
2 a.m.?
2.
Wow. That's actually a real long time.
Yeah, could you imagine sitting in an arena for like a really long game like that? Would you stay there for
Yes!
5 overtimes?
Yes!
Would you stay there for 5
Of course.
overtimes? Okay, good. We're on...
Wait, hold on. I have a few questions for anyone who's
The
experienced
7th overtime, the 7th period.
No, 7 overtimes.
7 overtimes, okay. Longest game in the NHL.
Longest game ever.
Is 7 overtime?
No,
but it-
longest game ever is
it would
probably
be
4 or 5.
5,
overtimes.
right? God.
Oh my God! How awesome would it be to watch 5 overtimes?
It'd get real sloppy.
There was that, wasn't it
Lord.
Vancouver Dallas like a couple years ago? It was like 4 overtimes, 4.5.
Quadruple
I
overtime.
love triple overtime, and whenever it ends, I'm like, damn it! Just 4 more overtimes.
I remember the year it was Detroit Pittsburgh.
Which one?
I think it was 08, and it was Game 4 in Detroit. And Detroit, if they won, they would have swept the series and won the cup. And it went to like 3 overtimes. And I stayed up on a goddamn school night to watch them win the Stanley Cup. And what happened? They lost.
Pittsburgh won.
But they won the next game, won anyways. But still, I just like.
Did they win in Game 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they scored a triple overtime Stanley Cup winning goal?
That would be nuts.
That would
Were
be
they at
ridiculous.
home?
Yeah.
Oh God!
Wait,
Joe
scoring
Louis Arena wouldn't be standing.
No. That.
It's barely standing now.
Exactly.
There's bears walking around downtown Detroit.
Really?
Real bears.
And you know what? I'm sure some people have spotted unicorns.
Are you doing a semi-pro?
yeah.
It's
Wait,
like
what's a bear, Dewey?
it's like the Titanic, but it's full of bears.
What does he say? There'll be no admission fee. The admission fee is getting away with your life. Leave the women and children. Their soft, tender flesh will be its treat. Please save yourself. I don't know.
Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs.
Spumoni. Isn't there? The guy's name is Andre 2000's Clarence, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like, you can't quit. Fuck you, Clarence Spumoni. It shows the bear like dragging him back out of frame. I'm tweeting that like I have to. That's awesome.
Great movie.
Semi-pro.
Great movie.
I feel like we should be working on basketball skills, not dancing skills. No, this is what gets butts in the seats.
I like the intro scene where he's like, he's from a country I can't pronounce. He's ugly as shit. Or his wife has quite the rack on him, and then the announcers are like, well, actually, I don't really like a lower, or I don't like a big racks. And he's like, well, you're not a man.
He should do introductions for every NHL game ever. You know what? Well, get fucking Will Ferrell on Sportsnet, and I might start committing to watch them.
Hey, that curling he did, that was...
Yeah. I watched it live, and I watched it on TV in the suite I was in, just so I could watch him call it. And it was hilarious.
Who was someone else in that suite while you were there?
Yeah.
Someone famous?
No.
No, J. Jones?
I was not there with that.
Oh.
I was there before.
Jennifer Jones was allegedly in the...
She's not
in
famous.
a different...
She's Canada famous.
She's
Manitoba famous.
She's an Olympic winner. Gold medal. Respect that shit.
Of curling.
Yeah. Still...
No, I'm
respectable
saying
sport.
clearing it up for people who don't know. Canada, we take our curling rail. Yeah, like...
Rail.
No, you know who
It's
takes
rail.
curling seriously? Norway. Because have you seen their men's pants?
Yeah, that's OG. That's like, what company makes those pants for golf?
Loud? No.
Loud, maybe?
Loud.
They are loud, so it makes sense if they were loud.
I think loud.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't wear it.
Oh.
I'm not loud enough to wear them. I'm just at that threshold.
Yeah?
Not loud enough.
Okay. Dylan Larkin signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Wings.
Do they still have Anthony Mantha?
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Is he going to play that next year?
Yeah, he broke his leg this year, remember?
Yeah.
That's why
Is he going to play in Detroit next year, though? Is he going
most
to make the
likely.
team? Or is he just going to play in Grand
One of the
Rapids?
owners is apparently super disappointed with how he played.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Send him to Toronto for Dion Phaneuf.
Help, no, help.
Fanouf's going to stay in
To
Toronto
Toronto.
thanks to Babcock.
Yeah, Babcock likes Phaneuf. He even said it.
Dude, he's going to be reinvigorated. Anton Slepyshev as well signed a 3-year entry-level contract. Oh, coach news. Pete DeBoer to be named new San Jose Sharks coach. Dots Dan. Is he the answer in Detroit, in San Jose? No.
No.
They need personnel changes.
If Todd McCollum wasn't going to get it done, no one's getting it done.
I think they just need...
Aside from Babcock.
players.
He's
No,
the only guy
I don't
that
think the personnel's right there. I don't think they have the right players.
No. I think Jumbo
a
Joe
coach,
needs to Jumbo go.
I think they have... I think Peter Burr's a good start. I think he can be very successful there, but they need to get rid of some of their older talent, like Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau, just because they might as well get return for them while they still can. They're not helping their core out at all, and they should ship them to a team that's looking to grow or looking to push to that next level, and wouldn't mind giving up a little bit of young talent for that potential leap. I don't know who, maybe like Minnesota would be interested in them. I don't know.
If the Jets could get Joe Thornton and they didn't have to give up anything reasonably bad, would you do it just to try and get some of their guys over the hump?
Just to see Joe Thornton score 4 goals.
In one game?
In one game.
So we pull out his penis and start stroking it?
Yes. No, but like they have a good core, couple of young guys there in Hurdle and Couture who they can build around, they can start, and they have a great defenseman in Mark-Edward Vlasic. They have a goalie in Stalock. They can move some of these older pieces and try to get a return for them and maybe move them to a team like Winnipeg. But the thing is you have to get a return. And I don't see a good enough return in a Joe Thornton case for Winnipeg to give up. Like, Winnipeg would have to give up something, so it wouldn't be good enough for us, I think.
It'd be tough.
You'd have to see a Brian Little or a Mark Scheifele leave for that. And I don't
What
think...
about the second first-round pick that we have?
But, well, Joe Thornton also has a waive his no-trade clause to come
Yes,
here.
but I'm just saying,
But
theoretically, if
then-
he could come here and help out some of the younger... Because that was
It'd be
one thing they were
great.
missing. Was
It'd be great.
Because Ladd and Bufflin, they're veterans, but they're not Joe
Who do you
Thornton
move?
veterans.
That's the problem.
That's the thing, too. Is he's a center.
And you don't want to give up anything too much.
No.
Hey, if they want Toby Enstrom, go ahead.
Keeping him in the West, I think all West teams
No, not to take him.
basically got their notes on
Oh,
Toby Enstrom in the
definitely.
playoffs this
Yeah.
year.
Theoretically, though, drop Adam Lowry down to your fourth-line center. It's going to make your fourth line better.
It will, but at the same time, you might stunt his
Well,
progression.
True, that's the first thing that came
It
to
can,
mind.
unless you go and get a really solid fourth-line guy to play with him. Like a Tanner
Or
Glass
keep-
or someone like that.
Keep Yuri Toulouse and do
Or
Toulouse.
Stepniak, even. I don't...
Ooh, yes.
But Stepniak would be a third-line guy.
Uh,
No,
that's-
I know.
But then here's the other problem is, okay, so you bring Joe Thornton in, so then your centers are Thornton, Little, Scheifele. Scheifele gets shafted on the third line. Not that he plays a whole lot less, he's just in different situations because he won't be on the power play. Will play, it's just he won't get as much playing time, won't be able to grow, won't be in situations where he's playing against top-line players to grow. So I don't think it's a great situation right now to bring in a guy like Joe Thornton or even a guy like Eric Stahl, who's rumored to be leaving as well. A team that could benefit from it, however, would be a team like Edmonton.
God,
Oh,
that's
of
exactly what I was going to
Of
say.
course.
Or Calgary.
Ooh, mama.
Yep.
Or Calgary even, too. Ooh, that'd be nice.
And
Edmonton. Oh, go
the
ahead.
problem with both those places is I want to see Joe Thornton lift the cup, and I don't see him doing it in either of those cities, just for the main reason of the fact that they're not there yet. They're not a cup contending. They're not a cup winning yet. If you took a pay cut and went to a team like New York or
New York gets everybody.
yeah,
New York has
or
enough.
Anaheim and plays with Ryan Kessler, or get your first line
Wait,
is
is
get,
his
or if your
contract
first
up?
line gets Lab Perry, no, or if your first line gets Lab Perry Thornton.
Well, if you're going to throw him on the wing in Anaheim, well, you can throw him on the wing in Winnipeg.
But I'm just saying that
Great
he
point.
wants to go somewhere to win, and he wouldn't.
yeah,
I don't
totally
think.
agree.
I don't think he'd want. I think he needs to. He'll be a center if he's better suited at the center position with the people he's playing with.
Of course.
So, yeah.
I just thought of this right now, and because Greg said talking about Canadian teams lifting the Stanley Cup, who do you think the next Canadian Cup winner, because it's been, 20 years? Who's going to be the team that does it?
You say who you think. I'm going through my head right now.
Ooh, another team would be like Montreal. Maybe he'd want to go to.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
Canadian
for
blood
Cup,
going to a Canadian
I
team.
want to say Montreal, but I would have thought that if they were going to do it, they would have done it by now.
They still have, I'd say, 4 years. 4 years to do it, within 4. Are
Honestly,
you saying Montreal or are you saying Winnipeg?
I'd say Winnipeg. No.
You know what? I mean,
I would say Montreal's number 1. I would say Winnipeg's number 2.
Okay.
I just don't see
When
any of
you
the other teams being better than those two teams.
When you asked
I
the
don't.
question, first one in my head was Winnipeg. A little biased, but because, okay, sure, they got swept. They were in every game, though, and with a few more pieces, obviously you could say that for everyone. With a few more pieces, though, here, I'll do the process of elimination. Edmonton, not yet. No. Not anytime. Maybe 10 years, but not now.
I'm just
So
going
not
to put this
Edmonton,
point out
not
there with
Calgary,
Edmonton. I'm
definitely not Vancouver. Go Edmonton.
okay. I'm not saying Edmonton's going to win it, but look what Crosby did in Pittsburgh.
True.
When he got there in 05-06, he made them into cup contenders in 3 years.
Okay.
So it's possible
But if you're-
because people want to go
Fine,
there to
let's
play.
say next 3 years then. 3 years?
Okay,
I'm going-
inside the next 5 years, who has the best chance to win? Go.
Well, 5 years, I'm saying Edmonton.
Okay. In the next 5 years, of the next 5 years, who's going to win a cup first in Canada?
Who has the best chance to do it?
Yes. My answer makes
God, I
sense.
still want to stay Winnipeg.
I'm
But
gonna-
I'm going Edmonton.
You
I'll
know
go
what?
Edmonton.
You know what? I'm going to say Winnipeg. I want to say Montreal, but you know what? If you take Carey Price away from that team, they are not a strong team.
So who are you going with?
I have to say Winnipeg.
And you know what?
I don't see any other of the Canadian teams. I just see them getting that to that level the fastest out of all the teams.
Okay, before you go, I want to just add to Dan's point. I don't know everyone's prospect pools amazingly or anything. I have a grasp on it. But I go, okay, Edmonton, they have a few defensemen. No goalie that I could think of that's going to do it. Their forwards are already there, but it's like they can move the forwards and get the pieces. Montreal, they have the goalie now. They have D. They have to fix it. They have a few pieces. They could be there. But right now, Winnipeg, they have a decent team now. You add another guy and their core. Like, look at, they have Josh Morrissey. They have Jan Kostelek coming in. Goalies, it's beautiful. Like, well, apart from Pavlik, we'll say, because he said 5 years, we'll say that it'll be Hellebuck, Hutchinson, if everything pans out, you know. It'll be, and Comrie even in there. And then their forwards, they have Ehlers, they have Patan. So, like, right now in my head, this is just adding to Dan's point for Jets, but I'm saying Edmonton just because they're going to move Andrew Cup. They're going to move one of those. Edmonton, they're making a move in the next 3 years. And even Pittsburgh, they made a move. They traded Colby Armstrong for Hossa. It's like something like that. Edmonton could do something like that, the equivalent, and like it helps them over right over the hump. I mean, they didn't win it the first time.
If you take Winnipeg though, like, it doesn't look like Furley's going to be here. I mean, you never know.
But that opens up space for the young guys.
If you can sign Stafford, if you can sign Stempniak, if you can fill like other gaps with some younger guys, throw Ehlers in there, you can. I think like Calgary surprised a lot of people this year. I don't think they're quite. I'm still not sold that they're going to be that good next year. There's too many question marks on their team, I think. Whereas with the Jets, you pretty much know what they've got. It's just getting to that next level.
Yeah. Greg, let us have it.
So my answer is probably going to shock a few people.
I know what it's going to be.
I'm sure you have an idea in your head.
Oh, sweet. Wrong. Yeah, nice. Go ahead. Who's it?
I'm going to pick Ottawa.
Ah, you know what? I thought you were going to go Toronto.
I had a feeling he was going to say Ottawa.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just did.
From my perspective, from what I see, is Ottawa seems to be one of the only Canadian cities, maybe outside of Vancouver, but even Vancouver, that doesn't have... They have their issues sometimes with paying their players, but players seem to always want to play there. Look, Matt O'Connor, the stud goaltender, coming out of college, where did he sign? Ottawa. Took all these other options and then chose Ottawa. There's a reason. Now, sometimes I do have issues with their ownership, but I feel that they're starting something good in Ottawa, and they always have been there. And if you've noticed what Ottawa's done over the last, 5-6 years, since they went to the Cup, really, of all the teams from Canada that have gone to the Cup, they're the team that stayed the most consistent over that time. Because Edmonton hasn't made the playoffs since. Calgary, they've been sporadically in and out. Ottawa, they're in almost every year or every second year.
I'd say Vancouver's been more consistent, but Ottawa's
but there was no drop-off, is what he's saying.
Vancouver made the Cup 4 years ago. Ottawa made the Cup 8 years ago. I'm just saying from longevity.
They're usually a playoff team every year.
Exactly, and they have a young core. They have some guys like Mika Zibanejad. They have Cody Ceci coming in. They have Erik Karlsson, one of the best defensemen in the league. They have a plethora of goaltending. They have Bobby Ryan, Kyle Turris, who's emerged. They have the ability, I really think, of all Canadian teams, they have a very bright picture in the next 5 years. Because I think Vancouver is on the decline, everyone else is on the rise, and I think that Montreal's too incomplete, and I think that Ottawa could be a complete team, and plus they're going to be playing in a division with a rebuilding Toronto, a rebuilding Buffalo, a rebuilding Boston, and a team like Montreal, who they can get their number if they can solve Carey Price.
And is that the same division with Pittsburgh?
No, that'll be a different...
Sorry, yeah.
And they'll have to play Florida, Tampa, and Detroit, or their other teams. However, I feel like they can get the better of Florida, and they can potentially get the better of Detroit, put some second place in that division behind Tampa.
I think we're going to see a changing of the guard, because the last 10 years or so, it's always Montreal, Vancouver. Those are always the two Canadian teams you can rely on to, they're always top of the heap. But I think you're going to see a changing of the guard. I think Winnipeg's going to become one of those teams. I think Ottawa could become one of those teams, and potentially Calgary, Edmonton.
And then Toronto, guys. Forgetting they have Mike Babcock.
Mikey Babcock.
They're still 6 to 7 years. And Nick did ask the question, what do I think? I think they got to stay the course of rebuild. I think a last place finish next year isn't a bad thing. I think it's a rebuild. Hey, if they get Austin Matthews, I'm not complaining.
Can you guys picture Mike Babcock coaching a team that doesn't make the playoffs?
Could you guys picture Mike Babcock coaching winning another Stanley Cup? I can, because he's going to do it in Toronto. I have a feeling that at the end of his 8-year term, there's going to be a cup in Toronto. That is my firm belief. Why? Because I'm a Leaf fan and we're fucked.
Dan?
Someone has to believe.
Dan, say if the Leafs go to the Since 67.
I can
confidently say Dan will be cheering for them. You'll be cheering for Toronto.
Okay.
Come on, as a Canadian.
I want to know this. And
The only time you won, I would say...
The only reason I don't like Toronto was because they're people are so fucking arrogant there.
What? God. Out of all of the, like, original six, or, like, original six teams... Toronto fans, they know how to take it and they accept it.
I'm not
just
saying the fans. I'm saying you look at the media. The Maple Leafs are the most important story of the day every day.
Because it's based out of Toronto. Of course, it's going to do.
You know what?
Go with what they have.
When you shove something in my face, I hope you fail. That's just how it's.
So you don't like Toronto because of the media?
That's my reasoning behind Tiger Woods.
Everyone holds them on.
Okay.
Everybody puts them on this pedestal like they're the greatest thing ever. And what are they? They're the shittiest Canadian hockey team that there is, aside from Edmonton. They've been one of the worst teams in the league for 10 years.
So you're not going to cheer for Toronto?
You know what? The
only time you won't, I would say, is probably if they're playing Winnipeg.
Jets.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see a Canadian team win the cup. When the media shuts down your throat, that's why I don't like them.
I can tell you affirmatively, I will probably cheer harder if the Leafs win the cup over the Jets. And I can probably tell you that I'll be running in the streets if the Leafs win the cup, because that'll be...
It'd be awesome.
Oh, my God.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see a Canadian team win the cup.
It's not even just a Canadian team. I don't care if Canadian
Sorry,
teams
I lied. Every Canadian team
but
except Vancouver.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Vancouver.
I don't think we have to worry about
and
that.
Montreal.
No,
I do not want Montreal. No, I hate Montreal fans.
I'll be happy.
Montreal and Vancouver fans are the worst fans in all of sports, period. Some are okay, but they are... You talk about Toronto... Toronto fans aren't arrogant because we get picked on all the time. Montreal and Vancouver fans are the most arrogant some are okay, but a lot of them just, but we were President's Cup trophy winners. Good for you.
That was in 2011?
Nice Stanley Cup. Oh, wait.
You know what I noticed the difference between, from experience going to, talking to Jets fans or talking to, Canuck fans. If you talk to the Canucks and they're playing, say they're playing Chicago, Canuck fans would be like, fuck, Chicago fucking sucks. We're going to smoke them. If you go to a Jet game, they're like, I think we're going to lose. I don't want to say we're going to lose, but I'm pretty sure we're going to lose.
They're a good team. We'll put in a good effort.
Yeah,
we know. We know when to be like, they're better.
But because we have
that outside look on everything.
So I totally agree with you. Plus, hey, Toronto fans throw waffles. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. Why did they throw waffles?
Because they felt like it. Because the team... No, wasn't it in Atlanta?
No, it was in Toronto.
It was in Toronto.
Against Atlanta.
And they lost 9-3.
So they threw waffles, though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How they got the waffles into the building, I will never know.
I'm assuming they're Eggos.
Yes. Confirmed.
Yeah.
# confirmed. Okay.
Go.
Game 6 is on right now. Do we feel like the series is going to end tonight? Or are we going to see a Game 7 in Ducks, Hawks?
I'm going to cheat and look at the score. I'm not going to tell you.
I am going to say... We've already said the score.
Guys... It's going to be overtime. Why do we even look?
Yeah, it's true.
True.
Hey, did you guys even... Okay, me, Game 7, and I want Hawks to win because I want that sweet, sweet second-round pick from the Hawks.
Okay.
But when you were... I don't know if you watch a game. I know I was watching Game 5. At no point, even when the Ducks scored those 3 goals... Yeah, when the Ducks... It doesn't matter. When the Hawks were down with 10 minutes left in the game, at no point was there panic. I'm like, no, it's the Hawks. I want to cheer for a team that's like that. I want to know what that's like, being down 2 goals in the third period. I know for me, being a Flyers fan, I'm like, well, I mean, Giroux can put up 3, but Mason will probably let in 5. So, it's just I want to know what that's like. There was no panic in me. I know I'm not a Hawks fan, but I was I was fully confident. I was fully confident that the Hawks were going to tie it. I was fully confident.
Well,
and that's the weird thing. Sometimes, and I remember, actually, great point. I was at the last Chicago game in Winnipeg this year. I think it was late March. Chicago was down, 3rd period. And then that Toby Enstrom run into the ref thing happened. They score. I'm like, here we go. Taves scores and wins it. And it's one of those things, when a good team is down, they never panic. They're never worried. Their coach has instilled it in them. It's something that's just a part of them. And that's one of the great things about getting players from junior who've had this winning attitude their entire lives, because they bring it from junior into the NHL and they never really lose it.
And you don't want them to... speaking of junior, winning it, obviously the Memorial Cup's going on, but...
Taylor Hall.
Yes. I want Taylor Hall to get it back.
Yes, me too. And I feel like it came back a little bit in the World Championships this year.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that Taylor Hall could have a good year this year and put up some big points.
I think in the next 3 years, dare I say it, hey, this is real. Like, dude, I told the show, Taylor Hall will score 50 goals in the next 3 years.
I'm gonna put this one out, that the debate between Tyler and Taylor is gonna get a lot more heated with Connor McDavid in the middle of them. They're both playing with two great centers, myself and Connor McDavid. So
Yes, of course.
yeah. So
say again. I was like, who the fuck's Tyler?
yeah.
How's your off season going, by the way? Your hip, how's it doing? Okay.
Yeah,
You're
surgery
gonna be
went
ready
well.
for like mid-November, right? Are you trying to come back a little early?
You know, NHL players, I'll be ready for training camp. Let's be real.
Oh, perfect. What were you talking about? What were you getting at? Or do we want to hear the score, or are you?
Yeah, I want to hear the score.
Okay, so right now, give us a time of the game first.
8:26 to go in the third period.
And it is game 6.
3-2.
Chicago has 3.
Shut the front door.
Has 7.
Okay.
No, they have 2.
Yeah. They have 2 guys. It's overtime again.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Come on.
I'm telling you.
It's unbelievable.
Okay. It's a great series. So hopefully this goes 7. Hopefully we see 18 million overtimes, which would be great. And this is one of the great things. Like I feel like overtime never loses its like continuous overtime just does it for me for some reason. I love it.
You know what you were
You
talking
say
about?
that when you're watching it unbiasedly, but when the Jets were in overtime, I was like,
Yeah, I was with you. I was like,
Can this end? Can
don't
I
let
score?
it shoot! Nobody shoot! Don't!
Yeah.
No! I was like, just yelling.
Really can.
Yeah.
Talk to me when it's game 7. And your team just
I'll
gave
talk
up.
to you when it's the equivalent.
And
That
your
was the
team
equivalent.
just gave up a 4-1 lead.
I was beside you. I was sitting on the same couch as you, Greg.
I wasn't sitting at that point. You know that.
You were sitting. You went real quiet. It was sad. I didn't want to see it.
I know.
It was
You were talking
3 years ago.
Okay, you were
4 years
talking
ago.
about how like coaches instill like how they never panic and like all fully believe.
3 playoffs ago.
Okay, 3 playoffs.
Well,
ago.
3 playoffs.
How they have to instill. I read a great quote, obviously on the internet somewhere. It was champions behave like champions, well before they're champions. And even Chicago, like teams like look at Anaheim, they're behaving like champions.
They are.
Like and they've
got 2 assholes in the names of Ryan Kessler and Corey Perry.
You know what though? One team who's like not far off, and I'm being super boss or not, Winnipeg. Dude, all their guys like. Even the moment, like, Maurice, remember even the first game that Maurice came here and played? Do you remember that? Or played. And he coached?
Yeah.
It's like, from that game, I remember he instilled, he's like, you know what? We may lose games, but we're not taking shit from anyone. And the moment he got here, the moment one of their guys gets touched, boom, everybody comes. Not a hesitation. Even Toby grabs guys. Toby has 8 and so many punches just from grabbing guys.
We should rename ourselves from the Winnipeg Jets to the Winnipeg Honey Badgers because we just don't give a shit.
Nice. Have you seen that? Like the actual Honey Badger guy? Have you seen his like tattoos? They're really weird on his legs. They're just like, you know, like
Honey Badger don't give no shit?
No, it's like lightning bolts and stuff. It's really odd. But it's not colored in lightning bolts. I know the weirdest, stupidest things like that.
Sometimes I wonder what you do with your free time.
Here's what I think.
Just figure out.
Cam should join the media because he would be as popular as Pierre Maguire. In other words, not popular, just like high school.
Hey, I was never popular. You guys... Oh, I don't know. Okay, they don't know what I look like, so never mind. But I'm going to get a picture side by side of what I look like when I graduated. Or no, a year before I graduated high school and what I look like now.
It's crazy. And then if you do that for me...
Fester?
Uncle Fester, yeah.
If you do that for me, I look the exact same.
You're just a little taller and you have
You're just
like...
a lot taller.
You have a few more whiskers than before. You're getting
hairs.
them a few more
This
there.
is 3 days of not
Really?
shaving.
This is 41. It's not bad.
That's a pretty good beard.
It's going to hit 100. So.
I know. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near on the beard level you guys
This
are.
is... This is like since the Jets' first playoff game.
40 days. Because yours was 41.
41 for him, because Flames played before Jets did.
That's not... Okay, that's a lie. I trimmed it 2 weeks ago, so this is 2 weeks.
Very impressive. All right, closing words.
Words close.
We hope you enjoyed our non-hockey podcast. Because we talked lots about hockey.
We hope you realize it's okay to wet your bed at any age.
It is. You
should
guys,
never- never lose pride.
Disclaimer. If you have the opportunity to swipe right on Hilary Duff. Actually, question of the podcast to anyone listening. If you match with Hilary Duff on Tinder, what would your opening line be? Because I fucked it up. She just unmatched me that
DM
fast.
us, direct message us if
on
you can't.
the Twitters.
On Twitter if
Because
you can't
you can
get
do
a
that
hold of
now.
Well, we have to follow them.
No, you don't.
Okay, DM us if you don't want it public. That's fine. I get
Or
it.
send it to us at lastmanNPC@gmail.com.
Yeah, we check it all. All right. Thank you very much for your time, your patience, your applause.
Hopefully, next week, we'll be introducing you guys to the Stanley Cup Final, which we will be doing regardless. So
Who's taking
enjoy
Cam's
Game
spot
7.
next week?
Cam's
No,
here
I'm
next
still
week.
here next week. Remember, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm not here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all next week.
Oh.
Until next time, you have a good
Better not wet your bed.
You stay classy and
Good
Don't
nights.
wet your bed.
Good nights mean good mornings.